fucking food. Enough bullshitting. Give him fucking food. Oh, fuck. This guy fucking stinks. Just give him fucking food and let's get the hell out of here.
Fall in and listen up. Eddie, it's time to get out there and nail that bastard. War dogs? Yeah!
These pricks call themselves the War Dogs. Real dickless, gung-ho losers. You're gonna have to tool up if you're gonna make it. Take it slow and see what you can take from these guys.
Welcome back to Let's Play Manhunt. It's dog days here at our new home, the zoo, and this has necessitated the return of the radar. Also returning was the huge guy in the red beret. Keeps popping up in the intros. Fits in a lot better with this group because that's Ramirez, the leader of the War Dogs. Beyond that, we still don't know too much about him. Nor are we particularly well acquainted with the War Dogs here. Before we get to know them, we're gonna have to stash ourselves away in this little closeted area. And fortunately stumble upon a weapon. So now we can get to know this gentleman. Had to be real quick about it, because he's got a friend still wandering around.
That better be our little friend. I'm sick and tired of playing these stupid games. We got an Alpha Bravo.
So we didn't pull him with the sound cue, but
First blood to the bad guy.
he definitely noticed the corpse.
Some movement over here.
And these War Dogs individually are dumb as rocks, but they have been well placed by presumably Ramirez.
Come on.
So it can be very easy to get ganged up on or just have them wander into a lucky location because they've been so strategically placed. Not at the moment, though. Let's test out the machete.
We've only got so many jumps for you to chew up. Make each one count.
Holy shit. So the scene that got this game banned in Australia really just wasn't up to it for our good friend, the director. That guy is insatiable. And we've got everything we need, including that guy's severed head. Ah, welcome to Manhunt. There's a fence behind us, but we gotta cut our way through this door. And you can hear voices coming from every direction because this place is crawling with dogs.
Come on. I gotta leave.
And one of them glanced us through the fence, but he's too far away to really do anything about it. We saw on the radar a guy up ahead.
Geriatrics hip.
I got a special prize waiting for him. Now, if you think the Valiant Video snuff film order form doesn't include a title called Who Let the War Dogs Out, you are sorely mistaken and tragically optimistic. There's also a video starring Ramirez called Let's Play Ramirez Says, so I guess he's a Let's Player as well. His videos are probably all screaming, though. As if there wasn't enough decapitation already. Just leaving a trail of heads. So there's the guy that spotted us.
Just you stay put and wait.
Oh, one of the guys that spotted us, I guess. Maybe we can split him up with the severed head. Or maybe it will make no noise upon landing. The severed head works very differently from the other lore items. But he didn't notice it, so not our problem. Heads continue to roll, and one guy left. Seems only right to use the third tier execution on this final guy, if he lets us.
Don't let it faze you. That's just what this Charlie freak wants.
I don't think your words of encouragement are quite getting through to him at the moment. More likely this guy's trying to psych himself up. And perhaps it's worked too well as he's trying to pretend nothing ever happened and return to his patrol. Not the best plan, sir. Oh, I remember this little area.
There are some doors over at the other side of this location that will get your sorry hide out of here.
Those doors are conspicuously padlocked. So we're going to have to plan our approach through this area very carefully. Could swing around that elephant statue, but there happens to be an individual wandering around over here on the lower path.
Shit. Didn't bring any moonfloss anyhow.
Gonna have to take advantage of him.
Gonna check that out.
So start things off with a very safe and thorough execution, which belies how unbelievably difficult this entire section is. We're really going to see what I was talking about when I mentioned how well placed and strategically oriented all these war dogs are. See, we pulled the guy behind us, but in the cage in front of us, there's another guy wandering around, so with such high visibility due to the chest-high walls, we are just going to have to hope he wanders in the other direction. Not much we can do if he chooses not to. This guy is putting himself in the perfect position, though. Things can definitely go well if you take it slow and steady. And also be aware of all the environmental hazards, because that knockdown fence on the floor, that'll make your footsteps way too loud. You'll get caught. And most of the areas inside the cages are gravel. You'll get caught in there too.
He wants us to come in there and drag him out.
So this guy might be executable. What the? Whatever made him hop up there really freaked me out, so I just dropped the axe while I had the chance. You get spotted here, and it's a chase into probably 4 or 5 more guys. And then you're just going to have to make a hasty escape, try and regroup, which will waste a ton of time. Also, the terrain here is extremely confusing. This is just a very unintuitive area. One is likely to find themselves spending a lot of time here.
Well, I don't mean to bellyache here, but I ain't going up there solo. Well, we got a stiff here, boys. Hold him.
So that didn't work out so well. Using the head as a lure automatically sends the person into investigation mode, where they will sort of spin around randomly looking for you. They're definitely a lot more suspicious than when they find a brick or a shattered bottle.
Okay. I'm okay.
Makes sense, because it's their friend's head. It can be a very useful lure, sometimes more useful than the others, but it's unpredictable. Just gonna take whatever kill I can get on this guy. He's done enough damage for one day. Which, I feel the hasty execution for the machete is possibly the most brutal of the three. And impenetrable brush all throughout this cage. That can lead you into dead ends while you're being chased, and that also can be fatal. So there's our exit.
Where did I hide that crowbar? Think! 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 Sorry, Cash. This is a grisly situation.
Boy, and to think I complimented his pun crafting earlier. Now we gotta find the goddamn grizzly cave. Oh. There's a grizzly now. Oh, and who do I spy down there?
That better be our little friend.
Oh, I was hoping to drag him out of there to safety, but I called another guy. Still, only pulling 2 guys at once, that's relatively miraculous in this area.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
We've handled this exceedingly well so far.
Yep, we got a zipper.
So that guy's gonna go off looking for the rest of that body, presumably.
Move it! Move it! Move it!
Because he was faced away from us while we hit that wall, he didn't immediately spot us. If they're looking at your hiding spot when you do another sound lure, they will spot you. And we could have gotten a quick execution on that guy from the cave, but we would have alerted the other guy, so we're just gonna walk away like a boss.
I'll check it out.
And get spotted. Almost out of sight range. Just get the crow. Oh, spotted us again. This cave is very shadowy. If I had gotten away from him, not been spotted again, this would have been a great place to ambush him. But it would not be genuine to go through this whole area without getting chased around. So the guy who was set to guard the crowbar seems to be trying to do that again. Not realizing that we now have it.
Target is a definite!
We're going to use his inefficient use of time to our advantage. Single out his friend. Now there's only one guy left. And he's awfully excited. Wants his crowbar back.
War dogs! See what happens to you when you don't listen?
Oh, the irony. And we've cleared out that area. We can now go through the locked door, but there was another locked door a ways back. With the path clear, we can get there pretty easily. It's got a sawn-off shotgun in it. Boy, that room would have been a godsend if it hadn't been locked earlier. But I think it's still going to pay off for us in the long run. Now we can just make a nice beeline.
Oh, hell, that wasn't in the script. Honest. honest, Cash. They're making it up as they go along, I swear.
See, he's trying to work with us, but these guys are just, they're too crafty. I almost feel bad for the director now. Not really, guy's a betraying prick. And he's probably gonna get us killed. But we're gonna take down some more people with us. It's definitely best to go this way because the other way is right in front of that sniper.
I got this one covered.
It's not quite shotgun time yet, Cash. This section is a lot easier than the last one, if for no other reason than there's decent cover. You're not always exposed anytime you're not in shadow. It's also considerably less populated. And in case of emergency, we could break out the shotgun.
Now something over here.
Hopefully we won't have to, though. That knock on the wall ensures that no one is within earshot at the moment. Ah, there's the sniper, just ahead of us. So, with careful maneuvering and a little bit of luck, we might just have outsmarted these war dogs. No one to spot us there. Ah, and here's the catwalk up to the sniper himself. Seems to be a little bit tunnel visioned. Perhaps he just needs to clear his head. Now we can take his rifle, which is loaded with tranquilizers, it turns out. I believe those are standard issue for the zoo, actually, to take down any unruly animals. But you better believe they will bring down a person just as well. Let's see if we can demonstrate on this guy. Now, a shot to the head or neck will leave them at death's door, such that any further blow will destroy them immediately. However, I have a feeling we're going to need that sawn-off shotgun for future uses. So I'll get that back. And move on through the door to safety, presumably. Nice little lounge area. If we had time and quarters, we could grab ourselves a snack. There's some lighting fixtures for the area below. Perhaps a little something more. Bummer boy. I hope that's not more British slang. And here they come.
I saw him first!
And oh, the sawn-off shotgun, how I love it. It's got a really crazy spread, and a stray bit of buck found its way into that second guy's face. It's extremely rare, that almost never happens, but when it does, it is worth it. And that was their last attempt to keep us from getting through the zoo. At least this part of it. And despite things getting a bit hairy towards the middle, we actually performed admirably. Would have been a 5-star if we had foregone the radar, but that would have been insanely difficult doing this one without the radar really is unfair. Pretty fun stage, though. I think really tests your skills. We've clearly come a long way from being menaced by the hoods and other dirtbags off the street. In fact, I'd say Cash has risen to the occasion quite nicely. He's turned the preconceptions and the excessive armaments of the war dogs against them. And unless they really up their game for the rest of the zoo, they are just sitting ducks. So look forward to more hacking and slashing next time.